Thirukolur penpillai's 25th statement. Anuyathirai seideno anilangalai pole. In this statement, she highlights the kainkariam, the service done by squirrels towards the construction of Setu Bridge. Rama was planning to cross the ocean to bring back Sita, who was taken away by Ravana to Sri Lanka. So the discussion was going along the seashore between Vanaras and Rama and Lakshmana. Then Rama asked Sugriva, you go and consult Vibhishna. Vibhishna was already familiar with Rama by this time, and Rama made Vibhishna as the successor to Sri Lanka's throne, successor of Ravana to Sri Lanka's throne. And he accepted Vibhishna as one of the brothers. So he is sending Sugriva to Vibhishna to get the idea to what to do. And Sugriva went to Vibhishna and delivered this. Vibhishna said, he gave some idea, but that shocked Sugriva. The idea was, let Rama pray to the king of ocean, the Samudra Raja, and ask for Saranagadi. Sugriva did not like this. He thought, how can Rama do Saranagadi? Then Rama heard this conversation and he started doing this. So he started his austere prayers towards Samudra Raja. So Rama in himself is an ocean of divine qualities, Kalyana Gunas, and this ocean is praying to another ocean of salt water. And Samudra Raja is a king of ocean. So Rama lie down on the shore of the ocean, kept his head on the shore and commenced his prayers towards Samudra Raja for a solution to cross over the ocean. Lord Rama spread the dry grass, darbha, on the floor, and he kept his head on the darbha and started his prayer. And he did it for 3 days and 3 nights continuously. We can have darshan of Sri Rama in this posture, Darbha Sayana Kolam, in a place called Thirukolur near Rameshwaram. So all this happened along the seashore. But Samudra Raja did not respond to Lord Rama's prayers. So Rama became angry. So in Ramayana we can find Rama getting angry in a very few places. This is one place where he got angry. And because his call was not acknowledged. And Rama asked Lakshmana to bring his bow and arrow. He said, let me attack the ocean. And he said, if Samudra Raja does not listen, then after I throw the arrows, the ocean will become dry and it will be easier for us to walk through that to Sri Lanka. Then Samudra Raja realized his mistake. Setu Raja gave the solution. The solution was to take help of the Vanara warriors Nalan and Neelan. Why Nalan was to be approached? Nalan had the boon that if he throws any boulder or rock into the water, that will float. So they started the project of constructing Setu. And the Vanaras carrying the boulders and arranging them in the water, and they kept on chanting Ramanama. Squirrels came there and saw them doing, and they also wanted to contribute. So they jumped into the water and made their body wet and rolled on the sand and collected the sand on their body, and they dropped that sand on the rocks arranged by the Vanaras. The Vanaras asked them, "Why are you disturbing us? Why going here and there?" Then the leader of squirrels said, "No, we would like to contribute for this Bhagavad Kainkaryam. You please allow us. When we bring more and more sand and spread it on the rock, when Rama walks on that, his feet will not get hurt." Rama was so happy to hear this. So he took one of the squirrels in his hand and he massaged on the backside of squirrel. So because of his touch, we find the squirrels in our country have the mark of 3 lines, which were created by Lord Rama's touch. So here Thirukolur penpillai was referring this, and she was telling Ramanujar, when these squirrels had the mind to help, to contribute for the Kainkaryam, for the service, why I didn't get any sort of thinking like that? I didn't do anything to Vaityamanidhi Perumal here. So what is the use being in this place? And she was telling all this to Ramanuja, who was Lakshmana, who witnessed all this Setupandana in the construction of this. He was with Rama and witnessed all this in Treta Yuga. So Ramanuja was surprised to hear from this girl. So because she had all the knowledge about the scriptures.